Hello everybody, welcome to Tokyo Station. Believe it or not, the Tohoku Shinkansen is delayed. There's some sort of inspection going on, so I won't be able to take you onto the platform and show you the trains there. So I'm inside of the gut of Tokyo Station, and I saw that JR had a press release recently showing off a new Shinkansen train, which is so cool. This thing looks like it's like next level. I'm gonna get right into it. Here's the preview video that JR showed. I'm gonna talk you through this. Look at this train. The colors are different. It is a more reminiscent. It's kind of a green and a black dark color, reminiscent of the Tohoku Mountains, they say. Inside, the interior has been redone. Looks more futuristic, maybe because of the rendering, but there's more space. The outlets have been upgraded for USB instead of just plug outlets. The materials, everything, the privacy, some of the aspects of the seats, there's things in there that make it more convenient. This is the regular class, the second class, the normal class. You can see the seats not quite as wide as the green car. And then they tease it looking the E10 going through Tohoku with all the snow right there. We'll get another look at it. But the colors of this is just incredible. I love the look of it. It's going to be replacing the E5, they say, by 2030, which is not too long away. So this is a big update. This is something I think that's going to attract more people just to ride it to go up to Tohoku, and they certainly could use more tourists up there. But this was released on X on Twitter recently by JR as a promotional video, and it gets people so excited like me. I just absolutely love riding on the Shinkansen, and I think a lot of you do as well. And I wanted to go and take you and show you the Tohoku Shinkansen platform, but I don't know what's going on here. I was looking at the message board. Check it out. It says here that trains are delayed up to like 2 hours. There's some sort of an inspection. I don't know what's going on here, but safety is always the priority for the Shinkansen, and it is for the design of the E10 trains. But there's a ton of people that are just waiting for their train right now. You can see at the ticket turnstile here, the entrance to the Tohoku Shinkansen is just packed up with tourists, and apparently you can't even get up to the stairways to the train. There's nothing there. They're inspecting it right now, so there's a lot of stranded tourists right now, which is very unusual. But nevertheless, I do have some video to show you of the Tohoku Shinkansen, which is just so cool. So I made a video about this. Me and my friend Peter, we rode the Tohoku Shinkansen eating bento, which are train bentos here. And if we hit our goal, I might go take you at the bento store if there's a signal. But this is the Tohoku Shinkansen. There's the E5 right there. The Tokiwa green color. It's so fast. Nihon Nio, thank you. It's so fast. How you doing? Here it is going through the countryside. When I made this, I had to drive around and get drone shots from acceptable places to get these shots, but it's just such a beautiful train on the horizon of Japan, the E5. I can only imagine that the E10 with those striking colors is going to be even more impactful as it rolls through Japan. I love what JR does. They're consistently innovating the colors and the styles of the trains here. Tohoku is one of the most beautiful places in Japan, so certainly if you haven't already, there's the PR picture of the train right there. What do you guys think of the colors? I want to hear in the description, in the comment section. Is this something that you guys would be at? And it seems like it was designed by an English company, so there's a Western touch to it. I think that makes it unique, especially for the domestic Japanese audience here. Hey, you know, whenever we get a new train, it's really cool. Yeah, if we can get to a goal, I'll walk a little bit longer. This is going to be a short live stream. I just want to introduce the train, which is super exciting here inside of the Shinkansen terminal. A lot of stuff going on here. A lot of people waiting for their trains. You can see over there. I want to show you a little bit about the trains here. Some of the stuff in the press release is super interesting. All right, so first of all, the interior of it, we can discuss this as well. This is the regular class. There's no economy. It's just kind of like the normal. There's no second class. This is normal class. The seats look pretty much the same width. I guess 3 and 3, or is it 3 and 2? I like the colors inside. The interior colors and the design of it is meant to relax you, and I think it does a really good job of that. The green colors are more subdued, earthy. I'm kind of digging it right there. The I guess this is the green car, which is the blue car. So you can see that it's got more partitions. I don't know if the normal class has this partition, and I'm not sure how wonderful this is. Perhaps, I guess, if you're a business traveler, it saves, nobody peeks at your computer or something. I really don't know, but usually the computer's on the laptop on the tray in front of you, so people can see that. Maybe it's just like a little bit of privacy. I don't know. If someone's coughing, I probably would like that partition, but apparently it goes up and down into the armrest, so you can pull it up and you can push it down, so you don't have to be separated from your wife unless you guys are, not having a wonderful day there. But it does look like it could be really useful. I believe it's a green car because it's just bigger. There's only a row of 2 and 3, I think. The tray tables look like they're upgraded as well, and the pocket for putting stuff in there looks like it's done a little bit better. But other than that, it doesn't look like there's more improvements to that. If we take a look here, there I am right there. Take a look at some of the designs they put in here. They kind of explained it in here. The Wi-Fi is going to be better. The table, the partitions. I guess the electronic, the consent or the electronic, the plug-in and the USB port is in the armrest, which is so much more convenient. It usually was under the seat, which is so inconvenient there. Is that a seat belt? I guess they have some kind of seat belt or something, some modifications in the seat there. Okay, and there's like an interface on top of the screen, so it's going over the writing here a little bit. The side wings are nice, a nice touch. So if you do lean to the left or the right, it'll catch your head. I like that. So on Japanese trains, drowsy people sometimes would lean on the passenger to the left or the right. It leads to some uncomfortable situations some of the time. This prevents that, I think. So there's some pretty good looking upgrades here to it. Some of the things that the press release showed was the interior of the Shinkansen train, very high-tech panel. It looks like, it almost looks like it's driverless, right? It looks like that this could be a driverless train. He doesn't have his hands on anything, which it made me question. There wasn't information on this, but I know that Japan's turning to AI to do the inspections of the tracks. That's why Dr. Yellow has been phased out. No longer Dr. Yellow running on the tracks here in Japan. But it looks like this train is run by AI, and it looks like there's somebody here that's monitoring it as well. So there's 2 drivers, a co-pilot, which is interesting. But there's still humans in there, which is also pretty interesting. I love the space inside of here. They've made it more. They've added the accessibility, upgraded the accessibility aspects. They know that more international visitors from abroad are coming, of course, from abroad, are coming in wheelchairs, which is awesome. I think Japan was not an accessible place before the Paralympics, and the ramp up, the lead up to that really led to a lot more elevators, a lot more ramps in the city, which is great. And this is a big development. The trains are now being designed for this, and I think that's about it. Here's the colors more up close. Looks like a midnight blue, doesn't it? Tatsu's in the house. My first teal super chat. Thank you, Tatsu. Feeling the love here at Tokyo Station right now. One other thing, I want to show you the article that came out. We can go through this really quickly. This is from was it Sankei Shimbun? I'm not sure. The Tokyo East Japan Railway on March 4th announced it will begin developing the latest E10 series of Tohoku Shinkansen bullet trains, aiming to start commercial operations by fiscal 2030. The E10 trains will replace the E5 series currently used for the Tohoku Shinkansen, Hayabusa, and Hayate services. The E2, which is operated by Yamabiko, the Nasuno services to Tochigi, along with the E5, will be replaced with these E10s. The design, Jared from Aloha, mahalo, my friend. We'll be going up to Tohoku with a lighter. This is really interesting stuff here. I hope to see you too, Jared. They're going to be adding in here. So the safety has been upgraded for an earthquake. It does have a better stabilization, 15% better apparently. The braking distance, oh, there it is. The braking distance is reduced 15%, which is really important in case of a strong earthquake. You have to go from 270 kilometers per hour, which is the top speed, to 0 as fast as possible when an earthquake happens, and they've reduced that by 15%. A new device will be adapted to absorb earthquake shaking to prevent the damage. That's excellent news, something I've always been worried about riding the Shinkansen. I've had the train stop when I was riding it because of a earthquake, but they've usually been quite small. The speed is going to be the same, 320 kilometers per hour, which is not anything new. That's pretty much pushing it. I think going any faster, you start to have safety concerns because it's an earthquake country. The dedicated luggage door will be installed in car number 5. This is important. So it seems to be like do they mean door or car? So there's going to be a luggage car, and there's going to be staff there to offer a bullet train luggage transportation service. So no longer will we have overflowing of baggage. They found a way to kind of reduce this here. The flow of passengers and luggage will be separated. So they've been working on this behind the scenes for the over-tourism issues in Japan. That's really good news. Running tests for the new trains is scheduled to be conducted in the fall of 2027. I'm so looking forward to seeing this on the rails. Of course, on this channel, I'll be there checking it out. Or later, JRE's president Yoichi Kisei said at a press conference, "We would like to make travel time more comfortable and valuable." I love that they're thinking about this. And thank you, Tatsu, for joining. I love that they're thinking about the little things that enhances travel experience here. I have to be honest with you, there's no tipping in Japan, and the service that Japan Rail JR East gives is top notch. Not just JR East, everything in Japan, despite the tipping, because again, giving service in itself is a pleasure of doing the job, and you love your job. You have to care, right, about your job. If you don't care about your job and you're doing it for tips, you're probably going to get bad service, even if you're doing it for tips, because you just have established a habit of doing things for money. You only do it for like the tips that are coming in. That's one of the reasons why I think less people are going out to eat in the United States, and why when I go back to the US, I just cook now. It's not that I don't want to pay a tip, I just think that the service is not as good as it is here in Japan. I don't want to have to think about the tip. I don't want to think about that. And here the service is just so good. And what they're doing with these trains is finding a way to upgrade what they can provide to you in terms of service for serving not just Japanese, but foreign tourists. They've really put a lot of thought into this, knowing that, well, Japanese people who like me are complaining about the luggage situation, people putting large luggage. If they're sitting on the outside, you can't get out in time. Sometimes you miss your stop. They don't stop for an extraordinarily long amount of time here. Do you guys have any questions? Bad service doesn't even deserve tipping. I know. I thought, tipping 1 yen or 1 penny is a statement, and I think that's. I've only done it once in my life. My mom has done it. I remember when I was a kid, once or twice. I think it was because there could be a variety of reasons why we got really bad service, but at diners in certain places, we did not get served very well. The waitress certainly had an attitude, and we would leave a penny behind. But if you're working for tips, you got to give good service. Mahalo, Michael Sasano is in the house. Quick question, quick before I go in, and I want to show you the ekiben. I'm not sure if there's a signal there, but we're going to try our best. I want to thank our sponsor for this episode, Magical Trip. I'm so grateful for this. We have a lot of synergy here. I took this trip, these tours in Japan, I think 3 times, Shinjuku, Kyoto, and where was it? Shinjuku, Kyoto, and Hiroshima, right. And I love the fact that they do this because you have local guides showing you locally run businesses, places that even I, living here for 27 years, couldn't have found on my own. It's usually all inclusive, and for solo travelers, this is quite a big benefit because, Caroline told me that, I'll be honest with you, it can get a little bit lonely if you're a lone traveler here in Japan. Hard to make friends. This is certainly a way to do that. Not just because of the guide, because there are other tourists that are with you here. But what I love about what Magical Trip does is that it's all local. They go to local restaurants, locally run places. Most of the time, sometimes they're chains, but I think it's the experience. Getting to talk with the guide and learning things with their knowledge. Again, I've lived in 17 different cities in Japan over the last 27 years. Gosh. And I know quite a bit about it, but the local guides know even more because they live there, they grew up there, and the food that I ate was always incredible. I like the fact that it's all inclusive and they can explain it. So thank you to Magical Trip. I've put a link in the description for this. And I hope that if you do take it, let me know how your experience goes. and I'm glad to be working with them. Magical trip. 5% discount if you use the coupon code ONLYINJAPAN. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know if this would work in live streams, but it's kind of fun to talk about it. So I want to take you over to the ekiben and say thank you to those that gave the super chats here. This spot, and I don't know what's going on with the Tohoku Shinkansen, but this spot is where the signal might go out. There was an assassination of a Japanese prime minister on this spot here. Sometimes you can find it on the floor. Sometimes I can find it and sometimes I can't. Oh, is it right here? It's near this statue, but I've done a live stream showing that. If you can find it, it's kind of a neat local history thing. Japan's had many political assassinations over the last century. All right, here we are, the Japanese ekiben shop here. I think that happened in the 1920s. This is the ekiben shop here, and in particular, I want to show you one ekiben.
Has stopped due to a car inspection. We are unable to say at this time when operations will resume.
Let me see here. It looks like they're sold out. They used to have the E5 Shinkansen ekiben. Oh wow, that looks really good. Look at that ikura and salmon on there. Here's an anago ekiben. Oh wow. Look at the unique one here. This is from Odawara. Look at this, you get these, they're made out of styrofoam, but they look like bamboo. I guess they might have moved it around, but they used to have the E5 Shinkansen ekiben, which is made out of like a plastic, but you get to keep the model. I don't see it. My favorite ekiben, let me see if they have it here. Oh, here it is. This is my favorite one here. They got a lot of them. That's a Tokyo ekiben, but the price has gone up. Wow. It's gone up 300 yen. This is the Tokyo bento. And it says popular ekiben here. There's a tonkatsu, which looks really good. That does look really good. I don't know why these are popular. Is it just because they have a lot of it? Yamayuri gyu. This is a Yamayuri gyu shigureni bento. I don't really know, but that's pretty cheap considered. This one from Yonezawa is really good. Ah, oishisou. This is Yonezawa is very famous spot for, I guess it's one of the top 5 ekibens, one of the top 5 wagyus in Japan. What I noticed that they got rid of. I noticed that they got rid of the plastic. They used to have. Oh, hello! You made it.
Richard, how's it going?
Nice to meet you. So you did come out here, huh?
Yes.
I have something for you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I might be dragging this a little bit longer just in case you are going to go.
Thank you very much. Well, I wasn't in Tohoku Shinkansen yesterday.
Yeah.
So I have relevant content, sort of. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. How was your trip here?
It was very good, very long, but
yeah.
Got here in the end.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's kind of, there's a 2-hour delay with all of them. Inspection, which kind of worries me.
It's a little bit curious, to say the least.
You don't want to say why, but I don't know.
Well, I went on yesterday to Yamagata.
Okay.
Everything 100%, no problems.
Okay. Very good.
I'm glad it didn't happen today.
Any bentos? What did you try any of the bentos in there?
I've tried some, yeah. The last one I tried was the sukiyaki bento that heats up with the string.
Oh yeah, they had that in there. Yeah, from Sendai.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's some good stuff in there, but they had the plastic models that were there with all the bentos and it looks like they got rid of it. They made the checkout a lot easier, but the price of the bento, the Tokyo bento, went up by 250 yen, which is shocking because it was already pretty high at 1,700 yen, but it's a pretty good one there.
It's been interesting to go how inflation has hit Japan in the last year.
Yeah.
A lot of prices going up. Even things like gashapon up in price.
Yeah, I noticed
Everything
that.
affected.
I noticed that. Now, when they go above 500 yen, that's when I'm going to be really worried.
Absolutely. Well, certainly in the rest of the world, we've had a lot of inflation over the last 5 years. I'm a little afraid maybe Japan's going to be in for that now, so I hope things go okay. So,
People are asking, where are you from?
I'm from Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland?
Yes.
There you go. And you're living in Northern Ireland now?
I am, yes.
Yeah, very good.
Born and bred.
I've been to Belfast once. Remember, wait, it wasn't, did they have a Northern Ireland competitor to Guinness?
There's a lot of beer going on, but Guinness is kind of countrywide, so
Yeah.
the Diageo have stuff.
Maybe it was a
everywhere.
Kilkenny, is that?
That's the thing. Well, that's from Kilkenny, though, so
Oh, okay,
that's an
okay.
actual place.
Oh, right.
They've got things like Harp and a few other stuff, but depends what you're looking for. But there's lots of whiskies. Bushmills, one of the big local whiskey brands. Lots of stuff. If you want alcohol, it's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, so from Northern Ireland, and I'm glad that I can understand what you're saying because when I was there, I had to get a ticket from Belfast to Glasgow, and I got to fly, and I went to the travel agency. I could not understand what they were saying, so it took about 45 minutes to book the flight because I had to confirm this stuff, and I was like, I just couldn't. It's like, are we speaking English?
Yes,
But it could be technically.
It's usually not that bad, but I guess we have an accent that's a bit of a combination of Scotland and Ireland. So, you know, just extra complex.
I think he
and
might
so
have been
many
from
dialects.
deeper, like in Northern Ireland.
If you go into the countryside, yeah, some things get interesting.
But it's funny, the more I drank though, the more it became comprehensible to me. I guess my brain could decipher it better. Yeah.
That's obviously what was required. And once you got that done, everything's fine.
How long is your trip for?
I've been here, 2 weeks in Kyoto, so I'm leaving on Sunday.
Okay.
So I think after this, I'm probably going to head back to Shimbashi and check out the new Shimbashi building.
Oh, right. Oh, you're going to go in there? We were just yesterday there.
For this trip, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I need to go in before it's knocked down.
Yes.
Or something else bad
We
happens.
just don't know yet, yeah.
Yeah. So look around that district and see what else happens. The snow has been a bit of a problem, but I went up to Yamagaki yesterday and everything was snow everywhere. So
Yeah.
just ended up going around some shops and things like that, restaurants. But
The weather's not bothering you? It is much cooler.
I'm from Ireland as well.
I guess there you go.
It's not really a
It's
problem.
bugging me a little bit. It dropped from like shorts weather to back to winter.
Yes, it's not warm. I didn't like the sleet so much.
Was there much snow up in Tohoku?
There's a lot, yeah.
There's a lot of snow?
City centre's okay, but everything else rammed with snow everywhere. All the countryside area completely covered.
Fantastic.
So I went to Costco up there, so they had some really nice snow scenic panoramas from their multi-story car park. Yeah, it's interesting times. I look forward to going back and seeing it when it's slightly more greener at some point. But that'll have to wait for another trip.
Yeah, you know, we didn't get, there were some snowflakes 2 days ago, but it didn't snow in Tokyo at all this year, which is really disappointing. Really disappointing. I want to go see some snow.
Because from what all the people in Yamagata, well, I say older people, some of the people in Yamagata say it's like, oh, there's going to be snow in Tokyo, and Tokyo is, oh no, everything's going wrong, everything's going to shut down.
Yeah, that's what they say,
just
but
sitting there going, oh, snow, eh? Well, we do that every day.
it's just a little bit melts. It usually melts the next day in Tokyo, but the city does kind of slow down because they're not prepared for it as much as much as any other place.
We have the same problem at home, in fairness. It's,
Yeah.
Snow and everyone panics.
Yeah.
Same all the world rounds.
Well, it's great that you came and found me here. I'm
Yes,
surprised.
It was quite interesting because I was waiting outside because I thought you'd be in your let's call it usual spots.
Right.
But having to go inside this rabbit warren and keep a track of someone's like, oh my God, what's going on? If it wasn't for a camera, things would be really hard.
I announced on the Discord server where I was going to be, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. That's on Discord server. There you go. But this station is so darn big. There's another side that's very similar to this one, so I'm always wondering, and I'm on the north side or the south side. I'm not even sure right now myself, but it's very interesting indeed here. You guys have any questions? There's a train delay, so there you go. David Kimura, thank you. Yeah.
I feel very sad for the people waiting on the Tohoku Shinkansen.
I know, for 2 hours.
Having gone up there yesterday, the platform waiting space is so much smaller than the Tokaido Shinkansen.
Right.
I was really surprised. There's a few vending machines. There aren't really any shops or amenities or anything like that. So waiting up there for a long period of time, that's going to be hard going.
Yeah,
and you're not getting many people there either.
There's a lot less traffic for the Tohoku Shinkansen and the other ones. It's a Tokaido between the major cities, of course, but
even I was in the green car in the Tokaido Shinkansen yesterday.
Yeah.
Even the size of the car was about maybe 6 seats total.
Right.
And they did also have a refreshment cart coming through. So some things haven't died in the old lines.
yeah.
It's not like the Kaigo's like, oh, I'll scan my QR code and then I'll order something.
Did you see the new train yet?
No, I was watching a YouTube video when I was trying to track you.
Yeah, I guess you could share. What's your impression?
It looks very sleek.
Right? It was made by
Extremely shiny.
a company called Tangerine in the UK. Do you know them?
I have not come across it.
I don't know. Yeah, but the colors of it's really nice.
Yeah, it's sort of, I came over here on a JAL Airbus A350-1000 with brand new seats and everything. Reminds me an awful lot of the setup they've got there. All the privacy dividers and things like that.
I mean, it's not a lot, but I guess it's a little bit helpful, especially if you know.
Well, at least you're only stuck in this for, 2 or 3 hours, or more, depending where you're going.
Right.
14 hours in an aircraft is a different job. But it looks lovely. Yeah, I look forward to taking it in the future.
How many times, designed by Tangerine, I don't know. How many times have you been here in Japan?
About 5 times now. First time I came was 2001 in Shinjuku region.
Right.
I sort of spent about 3 weeks around there. But if a friend was visiting in Yamagaki yesterday, I went over with him in 2001 and he's now settled here 20 odd years with a wife and kid. Much like yourself. So
Yeah.
His kid's 15. So
I'm not going anywhere.
No, I don't think he is either. So it was lovely to see, just what everyday life can be like sometimes, or something approximating it. And I after a long break, I think I came back in 2019 next, and a lot of changes. Still lots of really good food, which is nice.
Yes.
I spent a lot of time working out why ramen in Japan tasted so good and it was so awful everywhere else. But it's good to be back. But not for much longer. Then I get to go home and go, oh no, why are convenience stores so awful? Why is the food so expensive? Oh no.
Well, yeah, they do a pretty good job here. I don't complain.
Yeah, obviously, living and visiting are different things, but the visiting is exceptionally enjoyable. I can say that.
How did you get in here? Do you have a JR pass?
No, just use Suica.
Oh, you going somewhere? Because I always get the entrance ticket, which allows me, because there are businesses, restaurants and stuff in here, you can get one of these for 150 yen. How you doing? Now we're doing something of a meetup here.
Yeah.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, hey.
Hi, I'm Scott.
How you doing today? Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was wondering if you're gonna make it.
Fully coordinated. Yeah.
These are the You Found Me classics. So they have. Oh, well, thank you, Scott. Here, I don't want to.
Oh, I can come up with
And Scott came all the way from Switzerland, if I'm correct, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm an American, but I've lived in Switzerland for about
12 years in Switzerland, right? And you were on the other side of the city, though.
Ikebukuro.
You're in Ikebukuro, and now you're here. Thank you.
Very
I'm
easy.
glad.
I was finishing up lunch and I made it out here. So.
This is our group on Discord here, so I don't know if anybody else can find us. I'm sure there's a couple of people scrambling, but Wait, how long is your trip this time?
2 weeks.
Okay.
So got here last Sunday. I'll leave 2 weeks from then on someday again. Yeah.
I was wondering if I was supposed to send your package. Is it going to be okay?
Yeah. We have the post hold on to it, so they just hold on to it. They'll deliver it when we arrive.
It's like it's on the bubble. It's on the bubble. Like,
It'll be like really tight. So yeah, it happens.
the ramen spoon is in there, right?
The ramen spoon is in there.
The ramen spoon. Yeah. But thanks for coming out here. I was just about to end a live stream, but I don't know. Anything you wanna say to the people?
Not really.
What was your impression of the new E10 train?
I just saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah. What is your big plan for this trip?
I'm here for the Hololive Fest and Expo, which is all VTuber oriented. There's concerts and there's like an exposition sort of space.
What's it called again?
Hololive Fest and Expo.
Hololive Fest and Expo.
Yeah, it's in
excellent.
Makahari Mesa?
Makuhari.
Yeah,
Makuhari up in Chiba. Oh, very good. When is that?
this weekend.
Oh.
So the whole trip is planned around that. We had to get tickets like by lottery. Back
Wow.
in like December.
All right, so they won't let me in. But
But yeah, they had a
Try.
They luckily now have like a whole lottery system for foreigners, so
Oh, good.
so you don't have to do because Lawson ticket would be impossible for me.
It is.
So.
That's how I used to get in the Tokyo Marathon. I got in the first Tokyo Marathon to the fifth one, and then I haven't been able to get in since. They had like this thing where, are you a foreigner? But then that was before the tourism boom. Now it's impossible to get in unless you do give like $2,000 to charity, which I might just do just to run it one. What else are you gonna do? I've saved up for the last 20 years, not getting in now.
Exactly.
I guess I could do one more.
It's very sad to not be at this year's Tokyo Marathon. He was last year, absolutely loved it. And he's so gutted, just sitting there watching it on YouTube instead, going, "Oh, I wish I was there."
Do you know Harry Styles? Apparently he's a big singer.
Oh gosh, wow.
Harry Styles ran the Tokyo Marathon, like incognito was just running.
Wow.
Apparently he ran. I was waiting for my friend Joseph, and I'm like, wait. Okay, and then I saw in the news that he had a pretty good time, like 3 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. It's a pretty good time. But it was funny. A lot of people running. How did he get in? It's probably charity, right? Charity. Yeah, charity. That's how you get in. You have to pay your way in for charity. Their charity, not yours. Well, thanks guys for coming out here.
Yes.
There you go here. A little group picture here.
Woohoo.
Yeah, there you go. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your impressions of that E10 train. The colors of it just looks awesome. I like the fact that they're doing these updates to the JR trains here. And for those that are waiting for the Tohoku Shinkansen, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll see you around. All right, everybody, mata ne.